Hey gang, welcome back to the shop. It is a craptastic day outside. It is overcast. We got a little bit of rain. First rain we've had in quite some time, but it's also like 95, 96 degrees outside. So it makes it ball soup weather. Thing about those weather, those kind of weather days, is that's normally when I get the most emergency calls. Which it's 2 o'clock on a Sunday, and I've already had several. Just getting ready to close everything down, go back home. My wife is at the fairgrounds doing some walkthroughs. The fair's in a month. Rekeying of that is still ongoing, and changing out with the MX-13. But it's been a couple weeks since I put a video out, and I've got videos, I just haven't had time. And I kind of alluded, or kind of mentioned in the last video I posted, when I did the Chevy for the friends and family discount, that my calendar's gotten really booked up. So, spoiler alert, I've got an IT job again. And it's not because this business was failing. It's for several reasons. One, being here, from 9 to 4, or 8 to 5, or whatever, I might have picked up a handful of, duplicating keys, but everyone was wanting to schedule appointments where they were used to it in the evenings or weekends. So me being here really didn't change anything. And I apologize, I'm using an old handheld digital camcorder, because I don't know where my GoPro is. Maybe it's a Freudian thing and I lost it on purpose, I don't know. But this tripod and everything's a little loose on it, and the viewfinder hangs off that way somewhere because it's been dropped several times. But we're going with it. So, got an IT job. Being here during the day really didn't change a lot of things. Another big factor was insurance. Even though I'm a disabled vet, unless maybe I'm not a higher enough percentage rated, but they took my income into account into what my insurance was. Partially being because, was it TRICARE, whatever it is. We're 2 to 4 hours away from the nearest VA hospital. They got a small clinic about an hour and a half away where you can get prescriptions, cold and basic, quick care. So it wasn't doing me any favors having that. And I could have gone on my wife's insurance, but then, if me having a day job doesn't interfere with the business, me just sitting here for however many hours a day, you go a little bit more squirrely than I already was. So I've been doing the new IT job for a few weeks, or longer, I don't remember at this point. Eventually we'll go back to me being mostly remote. Right now, there's a lot of cybersecurity crap happening. If you heard of Ascension Healthcare, it's the 4th largest healthcare system in the U.S. I think 140 hospitals, and they got the old crypto virus. I would love and hate to see how much they had to pay to get their stuff unlocked. And then when you pay and get stuff unlocked, you basically got to build a whole new environment from scratch and scan and move data over. You can't just trust that the people who encrypted your environment, when you pay the ransom and they give you the unlock key, printer, that it's going to work, or there's not some, time bomb still sitting out there. And then I also heard, sorry, I'm going off on a rant. I'm a little dehydrated. So in how those cryptos work, when you hear about the attack on the news, they've already been in the network for 6 months, a year, putting their fingers into everything. But the people using that crypto virus aren't the people who wrote it. So there's a dynamic, more on the black web side or dark web side. You basically rent the crypto virus. So you get into Ascension or whatever, and you get everything locked down and you're waiting for that payday. Well, when you get paid, you then have to give a portion of that to the people who wrote the crypto virus. So there's a hierarchy. I know Ascension was basically locked out of there, even down to their computers at a desk for a good month. And it'll be, I know hospitals, Ascension isn't the nearest hospital to me. It's like an hour away, is where their closest footprint is. But they were doing things on paper, prescriptions, CT scans, MRIs, stuff like that. So there's just a local need, which eventually will let me go back to working from home during the day, be back in Eastern time zone, which would be great because then I'm not getting off at 6 o'clock from the IT job, and then doing in jobs I get a little bit of a buffer. So yeah, that's some of the dynamics. That's some of why I'm behind, even more than I normally am. So I apologize for not getting the videos out. The 4-H rekey. Here's this mess. And I've got videos of, it's probably going to be a whole series, from figuring out the master key system to keying everything up and how I do it, to actually going out. Everything's done except for going out and installing the locks, which is part of why my wife is at the fairgrounds right now, and talking about it. So I mentioned taking a few steps backwards. Yeah, imagine that. So one of the things about having multiple sources of income is you can do some stupid shit sometimes. But I'm sorry, fun, stupid stuff. So let me figure out, it's probably been 3 years since I've used this camera, and okay. I spent like 20 minutes doing audio checks because I know one of the videos came out mono or whatever. I actually bought this, it's been a little bit, it's been sitting here, I just haven't had time to do it. This does go into the dumb column. Fantastic unboxing. I hope to God they sent me the right one. The programmer that started it all. So to date, my two highest videos are using the Xtool, was it X100 Pro 2. Now Xtool came out with an updated version called the Pro 3. The big thing is it doesn't have the mileage correction. And for some reason that's why everyone pulls up my videos. So I'd actually went to Xtool's store on eBay. My eBay store, I've got a pretty high rating, so I'm not just some schmuck, but I reached out and said, hey, I want to make you an offer on one of these. I know it's going to take forever and a day to get here. This is what I'm wanting. And they come back, and initially sales support is really great. I mean, they're responding almost real time. My experience in the last round is once you get into technical support post-sales, you're pretty much SOL. I said, I want to get this. I want to make an offer on it. I'm like, what year, make, and model? It's like, it's multiple. But I want the mileage correction. They said, okay, that's a Pro 2. And they gave me a hell of a discount on it. So maybe that's not something they sell. I noticed they didn't have any of them for sale on their store. You can go out to, third-party sellers and pay a huge amount. Now, there should be somewhere in here. Oh man, this takes me back. So, I don't think my first one came with a power adapter. Let's see who inspected it. Serial number, activation, QA certified right there you go. It's inspected, alright, that makes me feel tons better. And here's a problem with Xtool stuff is, let's see, parts list. Okay. Now this one is supposed to come with lifetime updates as opposed to the Pro Pad or whatever the pad is. That's $400 a year. Big problem I'm starting to have with this is it doesn't go back far enough, or it doesn't go up far enough. Had a 2019 Mazda 3 last weekend, this wouldn't touch. The top down, it's out in my truck because I've got to figure it out. I think the Bluetooth dongle has been unjoined, and so I don't know. I haven't had time. But all my prayers are answered because we got this guy. Auto key programming. It's not even a full software update. If I remember right, the software update, you have to download it and put it on an SD card. Let's see. Turn on your PC. I've already got the updater for that thing. You want to update? Okay, I don't know. If I remember right, you have to do an SD card. So yeah, that's probably not going to power on. Nope. But we should be able to. Yeah, if they give you this USB, what is there? Oh, there's USB. Okay. So I guess you can run it through USB or through the power adapter. You know what? Because obviously I'm not going to be programming anything today. I will tell you this does work on a 2010 Dodge Ram and a 2018 Nissan Frontier. And I cannot. Oh, that's awesome. Where's the power? Huh. Oh. That's what the power adapter's for. Yeah, I'm starting to remember. I thought I was the coolest guy in the world for getting this off Amazon back in the day. It's like, well, if I can do these vehicles, then let me just go ahead and open up shop. USB. I'm trying to do this one-handed and not make you guys motion sick at the same time. So if I remember right, somewhere, maybe it wasn't this. It's a Pro 2. I want to say I had to use a SD card to update the one I had. Maybe this is a newer form factor of the Pro 2. But yeah, that's pretty basic. Mobilizer, EEPROM. Got the EEPROM stuff there, which honestly I've never touched on any system. So yeah, so I'm gonna get into some shenanigans. Trying to do some stuff with this one, because I do get a ton of questions on using those. People probably just like I did, they need to program a key, one key, so they buy one of these for $250 to $300. I think is what I've seen the average price for them. Not what I paid. That high I wouldn't have bought one. But trying to do some stuff that, you know, maybe some people can help their family and friends out. I don't know. But anywho, I'm gonna probably get a video of series on this going. Why? Because I'm a glutton for punishment and I do stupid stuff all the time. But anyways, that's just kind of an update of where I'm at in life. Hope you guys are all doing great out there, and I will try to get videos up sooner rather than later. But appreciate you guys hanging out with me, and I'll catch you next time.